Hi.
You ready?
Yep. Shut the door. Don't worry about that.
Put the dogs away. Go that way a little bit.
I'm just wondering why you have no clothes on. There's no way you're comfortable. It's impossible.
Well, I gotta have a hot shower.
Freezing in here.
See how I am at the end. I love you.
Ready?
I am ready.
I don't know where the chat feature is. Doesn't make any sense. Like something's weird the way you're setting it up. Doesn't make sense.
I'll let you do the next one, see if it goes different.
Oh, here they are. They're back, by the way. Okay, I'm going live on Facebook right now.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. I love you.
Let's bust this.
Yeah.
What is up, you guys? Tara here with Power Mom.
Hello, hello. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning as we are. We're just going to get our things lined up here. We're going to start here in just a moment. All right. So we'd love to give a shout out to wherever you are at. So feel free to comment in the chat, or if you're on Facebook, let us know where you're at in the country for joining us. Thank you so much for being here. And if you want to grab a pen and paper, we do suggest that, because that way you can take some notes, jot down some questions you have, because we'll be checking in the chat as well as in Facebook to see if there's any questions we can answer towards the end, because we are going to be doing a Q&A at the end. So you're going to want to stay on till the end, because we have some really cool stuff that we want to share with you. So you're going to want to stay around for that. And I'm going to start today with a story, part of which is from our book, Crush Mom Guilt. And as I relay this story, I want you to note anything that you identify or resonate with. Okay, so here we go. Beep, beep, beep. Your alarm clock crows. The day begins. You stumble to the bathroom. Your reflection tells the tale. Tired, puffy red eyes. You pee and brush your teeth, wondering how you're going to make it through your day. Coffee. You head downstairs and hit the beloved red button on your coffee pot. Drip, drip, drip. Ah, the smell of dark roast aroma. You click on your phone and mindlessly scroll through Facebook. 5 minutes pass. The dripping stops. Your head snaps up as your focus returns to the real world. You grab your favorite coffee mug, which reads, "Best Mom Ever." Pour the fragrant black liquid into the cup. As you watch the steam rise, the aroma drifts into your nose. Ah, you pour in the sugar and cream, stir, and take your first sip. A sweet taste of explosion. Bang! The savored moment is gone in a flash. It's time to get the kids moving. Morning craziness. Wake kids, dress kids, feed kids, make lunch for kids. Grab a sip of now lukewarm coffee. 2 sips if you're lucky. It's your turn. You shower and get ready. You yell to the kids, "Hurry, get into the car," accompanied by the daily reminders of grab your lunch, your cleats, and don't forget your homework. You speed off in the car, drop your kids off at school in the nick of time, and head to work. You sip on your now cold cup of coffee. The craziness of the morning sinks in. You sigh. The day has just begun, and you already feel overwhelmed and drained. You daydream about the moment you can put your kids to bed, and you veg out on the couch. How many of you can relate to some, if not all, of this story? You know, you as a mom, you give to everyone else, but you never put yourself first. You've lost yourself in the midst of mom life, and you're living life feeling exhausted, unmotivated. You lack time, and you suffer from some mom guilt. It's okay if you're nodding your head right now, and if all of this sounds familiar. But what if we told you your life doesn't need to be lived this way any longer?
So I'm going to tell you about a very telling day in my life. And I was heading home from my corporate job. And I remember sliding into the seat of my car, and the cold from the outside and the exhaustion of the day followed me. I didn't want to go home. I stopped the car, put it in park, and I had a total meltdown. I screamed at the top of my lungs. I slammed my hands on the steering wheel because the truth, the thought of walking in the door to the job of mom felt daunting. I loved my kids and my wife, but the person I didn't love was me. I felt disgusted with myself. I put everyone else before me, and I put myself on the back burner. I was unmotivated, tired, and I had lost all confidence and self-love. My mind had raced back to something I'd recently read. Do you want to be average? Because average is just like everybody else. And here I was living an average life. I knew that there was another level I wanted to reach. And as I pressed the gas that day and pulled back onto the road, that was the moment. That was the moment I promised myself to begin living a happier, healthier, and more energized life. And I went home, I walked in the door. Do you remember that night?
I do. Very well.
We decided to look for a program for moms. And interestingly enough, we could not find one. So after a lot of time taking what we both knew and going what we were and going through what we were experiencing, we created one. And now we've gone from feeling exhausted to energized, unmotivated to confident, and having mom guilt to loving ourselves. See, we believe that everyone reserves the right to be a better mom, a better leader, a better partner, a better friend, you name it.
So can you relate to this saying? She believed she could, but she put the kids to bed and then she was too tired. You know, it's worthy of a chuckle for sure. Now let's talk about you. We know that you struggle with motivation, exhaustion, making time for yourself, and you live with some mom guilt, right? You know, life is full of kid stuff, stressful work, piled up laundry, dirty dishes, and it seems enough just to keep the kids alive. If you can relate to some or all of this, put your hand up, an emoji in the chat right now, in Facebook. Let us know. Like, yes, I hear what you're saying, Trina, because kids can be demanding little buggers. It isn't always easy to make them happy and meet your own needs too, because you're in high demand and they demand a lot out of you. And it's no wonder you don't have time for yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. You and I both know that being a mom is super special and a true blessing. But, you know, your body's taking a toll. And, you know, after giving birth, maybe you're not in a place that you wanted to be at right now. And you look in the mirror and it pains you. And you have this story in your mind that this must be the way your life is going to be, mom life. You hurt, you cry, you hide, you pretend. And life isn't as happy for you as it could be, is it? And this is how you've been living your life for a long time. But the days, they just keep piling up. They're turning into years. And life just keeps passing you by. Well, today is the day you're going to change all of this. We're going to show you how to go from that exhausted to energetic, from unmotivated to confident, lacking time to creating time for yourself. And you will love yourself again.
And much like our friend Suzanne, she had a fear, right? And she had a fear of, what if I try this and it doesn't work? And what she says here is, I think the most immediate fear was getting over the fear of failing at everything else. And how is this going to be different? But listening to you speak about life change, not just about diet and how positive and supportive you are, helped with that first hurdle. So we're going to get started. Okay. Are you ready to actually get into this and get started? And if you are, leave us a note, a chat in the chat, and something in the Facebook group. I'm just checking to make sure that we are here. Comment in the Facebook group, but we're going to share with you our Power Mom Guilt Crusher method. This is our secret sauce, the daily practice. And with the daily practice, we help moms gain energy, confidence, and love themselves again, all without mom guilt. This movement is about becoming the best version of yourself. There is nothing out there like this for moms, and we are on a mission to empower and inspire your greatness. The daily practice incorporates 4 power components. Number 1, building you. We are going to clarify the exact action steps you must take to reach who it is you want to become. And we call this your 2.0 version. Power component number 2 is fueling you. How to keep nutrition simple without counting points or calories. Number 3 is training you. How to become fit and healthy and embody those real results without spending hours in the gym. And number 4, extending you. Look at where you are today with your personal relationships and then develop a plan focused on strengthening and growing those relationships that are closest to you. The Power Mom Daily Practice is a tried and proven system. It's sustainable and long-term. The power components you'll use for the rest of your life, and it's not some disappointing short-term quick fix solution like keto, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. It's none of that stuff. Some app that you can't be consistent with forever. This you just plug into all the time for that consistency that you're looking for.
So the first power component is building you. So consider this quote. People do not decide their futures. They decide their habits, and their habits decide their futures. As we head into building you, raise your hand if you brush your teeth every day and night. Why? Is because you just love brushing your teeth? You may, but most likely you're brushing your teeth 2 times a day because it's a habit. It's a good habit. And it will help your teeth from decaying and keep your breath from smelling. So there are habits within the daily practice and within the 4 power components that need to become part of your daily routine. So when something becomes part of your routine, it becomes automatic. And guess what? You'll automatically get results. So the daily practice conditions your mind to focus on simple daily steps that lead you to daily successes, weekly successes, monthly successes, and more. And this is the way for you to guarantee your future. The way to change your outer world is to first change your inner world. So whatever results you are getting, whether they are good or bad, positive or negative, it reflects your inner world. Right now, I'm going to take you through an accelerated learning technique that creates some powerful change. This is simple, but it's about being consistent with it, and it's using daily declarations. So a daily declaration is a positive statement that you make emphatically out loud, and the key is involvement. So this comes from the saying that what you hear, you forget, what you see, you remember, but what you do, you understand. So right now you can put your hand on your heart and you can repeat after me. These are 3 simple declarations that you can use, and you could add more into this as you want. But I am filled with the energy of health and vitality. I am full of confidence in my abilities. I love, respect, and believe in myself. Now you point your finger to your head and say, I am a powerful mom. If you do this every morning, I promise you, you will alive the energy that you feel inside. I do this every single day, and it will set the tone for your day and is absolutely powerful. So let's talk about what we call your 2.0 version. This is who you want to become. Our friend Maureen had this to say about her 2.0 version. She says, so I've been working and focused hard on Mo 2.0. Mindset is my biggest challenge. The last few weeks, I feel like I've exploded. The bomb went off. I am making me better. So let's talk about this. So there's 2 qualities. There's attention and intention that lead to your 2.0 version. So the daily practice gives you the attention, your focus, and your plan. And creating your 2.0 version sets your intention. Again, your vision of who you want to become. So to help you with this, I'd like you to introduce you to my wonderful friend, Sarah, and her experience. So one bright, hot, sunny day, Sarah decided it was a perfect day to go to the beach. She wanted to bask in the sun's warmth and smell the fresh, salty air. She grabbed her always handy red cooler, filled it with a sandwich, some snacks, and her favorite sparkling water. She put on her beloved bathing suit, a matching hat, some sunscreen. She walked out to the garage, scooped up her beach chair, piled everything into the back of her yellow Jeep. And as she jumped in the front seat and started the Jeep, Sarah suddenly realized she didn't know which beach she was going to. Did she want to stay local or did she want to go further away? Should she head north, south, east, or west? Which road should she take? Did she want to take the scenic route or the more direct and quickest route? She wasn't sure. She knew her starting point was home, but she needed to figure out which beach to go to. So if Sarah never figured out which beach she wanted to go to, guess what? Without knowing where she wanted to go, if she didn't have a plan, no matter how much driving did, at the end of the day, Sarah ain't going to the beach. So how does Sarah's story relate to you? So to create your 2.0 version, you need to know where you are going. And with the daily practice, you'll have a plan on how to get to your 2.0 version. And, nothing gives a person inner wholeness and peace like a distinct understanding of where they are going. Now, we don't have time to cover the whole training on how to find your 2.0, but here are 3 questions you can ask yourself to get started starting today. Number 1, what will you do with the energy you have? Number 2, how will you spend your personal time? And 3, how will you feel inside? Will you work hard during the day, then have the energy afterwards to go to the park, go for a walk, or play ball with your kids? Will you journal, meditate, pray, or read? Will you have more confidence and walk with your shoulders back and your head held high? How would it feel to love yourself again and live life without that mom guilt? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and end the building you power component with this. Part of moving towards your 2.0 version is the importance of who you are surrounded with. If you're surrounded by moms who are also working towards similar goals and outcomes as you, don't you think it would be much easier to feel supported, motivated, and focused?
So as I begin the fueling you power component, I want you to picture this. You've started another diet, which you mentioned to your partner, your kids, your friends, only to be met with rolling of the eyes and questions such as, does this mean we have to change what we are eating to? Why are you doing another restrictive diet thingy? Does this mean we won't be doing wine Wednesdays anymore? Oh, come on, you can cheat just this one time. But mom, does this mean we can't have pizza Fridays? How much more money are you gonna waste? I mean, come on, does this sound familiar or what? And at first, you do really well sticking to your new diet. But then as the temptations, negative comments, negative thoughts start happening, you lose motivation. Your cravings take over, your cheat meals start happening every day, guilt sets in, and because the results were not what you're expecting and haven't happened as quickly as you'd like, you give up once again. And we understand this, and we're going to change this for you as I head into fueling you. A while ago, we saw our friend Jean, and she was like, oh my goodness, I watched your video on water. I cannot believe how much energy I have. I had no idea. My response to her was, I'm so glad to hear it's helping and that you're not alone, as most people have no idea how powerful water can be. This simple molecular compound, H2O, will aid in weight loss, increased energy, improve mood, reduce cravings, prevent constipation, which comes along with its own challenges, and reduce headaches. Do you know that over 70% of your body is made up of water? So how much water should you be drinking, and how do you get it all in? A good rule of thumb and what we coach is to drink half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you need to be drinking 75 ounces of water every day. 200 pounds, 100 ounces of water every single day. And a lot of moms ask us like, Tara, Trina, how do you possibly get in this much water every single day? So I'm going to give you 4 simple ways to ensure you get it in. And here's the first one. Ensure that you find a water bottle you love drinking out of and sip out of it constantly throughout the day. Number 2, drink 8 ounces of water the moment you get up in the morning. 3, replace a soda or sugary sports drink with a sparkling water. And 4, drink water in between sipping on your coffee and your wine. Okay. Nutrition. We are going to keep this simple for you because simplicity creates clarity, which creates action. Food is powerful and should be used as fuel. I received this message from Tammy, who is one of our VIP moms, and she's like, "Hey, Tara, I need help with my nutrition. I get confused at what I should or should not be eating. Can you help?" And we get this question all the time because up till now, you've been told, cut calories, eat low fat, don't eat carbs, stay away from cheese, eat meat, don't eat meat. It is so confusing, isn't it? We teach you to fuel up on green light foods, the go foods, fruits, veggies, good fats, proteins. Slow down on the yellow light foods, the ones that are low fat and refined and have processed foods. And then try to stop the red lights, foods that are really low on the nutritional scale, deep fried, high in sugar, and artificial. And look, we know that people run a red light every once in a while. So we don't mean 100% of the time, but try to stop at those red lights. And what's important here is to grasp that not all calories are created equal, okay? 1 cup of grapes is 60 calories, where 3 Oreos is 160 calories. A Power Mom loaded salad is around 300 calories, where a burger and fries at the drive-thru is going to run you 700 calories. It's a huge difference, right? Now, listen, you may have tried counting calories or points to lose weight. It is one of the worst strategies because you can't live that way every single day. And your body doesn't treat all calories the same way. High quality calories from foods that are rich in nutrients fill you up quickly and keep you full for a long time. And they also release hormones that tell your body to burn fat. On the other hand, a diet that's filled with processed foods, added sugars, refined grains, those are just going to make you overeat and prompt your body to store fat. Okay, I want to give you some foods that are high quality foods to start adding into your diet. Black beans, avocados, figs, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, pears, kidney beans, nectarines, carrots, apples, apricots, oats, flax seeds, fish, eggs, berries, bananas, the list goes on. And speaking of berries and bananas, you may be staying away from fruit because you've heard something that tells you fruit is not good for you and fruit makes you fat. I'm here to tell you right now, bananas don't make you fat, okay? Often fruits get lumped into the sugar category. And there's a very distinct difference between a Snickers bar and an apple. There's a laundry list of healthful benefits to loading up on fruit. So here is your permission slip to go stock up on fruit. And one more thought here. It's important to fuel your body at regular intervals. You want your body to have fuel to burn consistently all throughout the day. And if you aren't eating the right foods consistently, your body's going to go into panic mode and it's going to begin to store fat instead of burn fat, which is exactly what we do not want. So we're talking a breakfast, a morning snack, a lunch, afternoon snack, and dinner. And it sounds like a lot, right? But that's the point, to eat enough food throughout the day that you're satisfied consistently. You're not standing in front of the pantry, chowing down a bag of chips while you're trying to decide what it is you want to eat. So as I head out of the fueling you section, I'm going to leave you with this. Food is fuel. So go for those green lights.
You know, sometimes life throws a curveball like it did back to me in October of 2004. I was sitting in a large, cool conference room surrounded by windows, and I turned to see a reflection of a 30-year-old girl I didn't recognize. A pang of disgust entered my mind, and I hated what I saw and felt. How can this be me? And why is this happening to me? Why is life taking life away from me? Because staring back at me were these dull, lifeless, scared eyes. I remember my body was slumped forward and I was exhausted. and a ray of light seemed to be beaming off my bald head. And I was pulled away from my thoughts as my boss asked, Trina, how did it go? I remember the lump in my throat grew as I tried to hold back tears. I replied, he's recommending I do 2 more rounds of chemo. And as those words flowed from my lips, so too did my tears. And with my hands covering my face, I broke down and cried a deep, agonizing cry. That was my moment. That was the day that I decided to take charge of my life. And at the time, I worked for a health and wellness company. And let's just say, while I worked there, I did not live the lifestyle that they promoted. And I knew I needed to make some changes. So I started to learn and apply the healthy living principles that they taught. And I'm happy to say that I have gone from hating how I looked and felt to loving who I am inside and out, from scared to motivated and confident, from exhausted to strong and energetic. I now make time to take care of myself, and I do that guilt-free, and I live my life with clarity, purpose, and absolute passion. And much of what I learned stemmed around the importance of nutrition. And Tara just, shared the simplicity that took me almost 15 years to learn. And you can start doing it today. And so as we head out of the Fueling You power component and into the Training You section, I'll leave you with this. The first step is knowing what to do. The second step is making a plan for how to implement the changes. And the third, and maybe the most important step, is to consistently work the plan. Consistent implementation over time will equal really big results.
Are you ready for a shock? As if Trina's story was not a big enough one, here's another one. Longer workouts do not deliver better results. The first 30 minutes of exercise are just as effective at burning fat as workouts that are 2 times as long. And when you do a focused 30-minute training session, you are going to get real results. All it takes is a set of 5 to 15 pound dumbbells, a small workout area, and a great attitude. You can literally work out anywhere, your room, your office, your basement, outside, even the garage. The key is doing intense full body workouts that work out every major muscle group while incorporating weight training and cardio. Look, with your busy, crazy mom life, when should you work out? That's the question we get all the time. We highly suggest working out in the morning, because how many times have you caught yourself saying, I'll do it later or tonight or after work, and well, it never gets done, does it? And then you tell yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, and so on. The best time to get your training session in is in the morning. And if that's absolute no can do, we need you to schedule a time that you can be absolutely consistent. As a mom, making time definitely is a challenge, but saying you don't have time to work out, that is an excuse. Because you can find 30 minutes, 4 days a week to train your body, can't you? Let me know in the chat below. Yeah, I can find 30 minutes, 4 days a week. And if you're currently working out, what's your favorite thing to do? And if you're not, what is it that you want to do? Because doing what you just put is what's going to get you the results. Doing something you love that's consistent and simple. So here is a saying that I want you to take with you forever. And it works for Training You. It works for every other power component that we've been talking about. And it's motivation plus action equals motivation. And you may love motivational quotes or books and stories or music, but those things in and of themselves don't actually motivate you. They may inspire you, but until you take action, nothing happens. And see, when you're motivated and you take action, you will feel more motivated. And you keep taking action, and this equation builds on itself and creates more and more momentum. So I want to give you a few different ways to ensure consistency, okay? The first one, join forces with a friend or your partner or a group of like-minded moms to keep each other accountable. You are 40% more likely to fall into a routine and make working out a habit by doing something like that. The second thing, write down how you feel after each workout. I'll often come back from a workout or be done, treated like, how'd you feel? And sometimes I'll say, it was awesome and I feel great. And other times, you know what I say? It's done. And it's just done, right? 3, track your success. And 4, make your goals more about times, distances, dumbbell weights, reps, but not about the scale or about how you look. Okay. And check this out. And you could find this full post in Power Mom Nation from Cheryl. And we're going all the way back to 2020, but I wanted to shed some light on the power of consistency. Because she says, this is from someone who could barely do modified push-ups, jumping squats, not even in sight. Sit-ups, barely able to do 5 crunches. This works. This builds you. This gives you confidence. Consistency is key. You got this. So the last thing that Trina and I are going to be covering today is power component number 4, extending you.
Your life is a journey of learning to love yourself first and then extending that love to others in every encounter. You know, the last 3 power components of building you, fueling you, and training you all support this 4th power component, extending you. As you grow and gain confidence within these areas, you'll fall in love with yourself and you'll naturally extend that love out into the world, improving the quality of your life as well as others. And let's talk more about extending yourself. The best gift you can give anyone is the gift of your presence. What do I mean by that? So 1 hour of time spent fully present with loved ones goes further than 5 hours spent with loved ones when you're there, but you're thinking about upcoming meeting, constantly refreshing your email, or worrying about your to-do list. When you are fully present with your kids, your partner, your husband, you give them your focus and energy. It deepens the bonds of love and connection between you and creates the vibrant relationship that you want. And I'm going to give you 4 ideas on how you can build deeper connections together. And as I do, I want you to pick one of these to focus on over the next 30 days or so. And you can even create your own, but pick one and then, do that one and then maybe pick another one over the next few months and keep working on that. But the first one is have a weekly game night. How fun. Connect with everyone through having fun and through playing. Number 2, do weekly planning together. Set a consistent date and time for the whole family to get together and go over each other's calendars for the week. This will open up opportunities for communication and let everyone know that they and their schedules are important. Number 3, once a month, schedule time to have one-on-one date nights with each of your kids. Do something your kids love and give them 100% of your attention. So put those phones away unless you're taking a picture of the moment, but give them 100% of your attention. Number 4, once a quarter, set up a time to do goal setting as a family. And with your partner, with your kid, these positive habits open up communication and allows you to know what's important to each person in your family. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Which of these 4 do you want to choose first? You can put it in the chat, put it in the comments. Even if you're on replay, we want to hear what it is that you're like, yes, I want to implement that with our family. And be sure to have really fun with this. Stay present with those in those moments, and you are going to see some positive changes within your relationship. So let me ask you, this is sometimes a funny question to some people, but have you been hugged today? The benefits of hugging can be nearly as beneficial as the benefits of your other healthy habits like exercise, meditation, and whatever else. Now, family therapist Virginia Satire once said, we need 4 hugs a day for survival. We need 8 hugs a day for maintenance. I got to get my foot up here because we need 12 hugs a day for growth. Now, while that might sound like a lot of hugs, according to the best science, we should get and give as many hugs as possible if we want to reap and share the greatest positive effects. So here's why. When we give and receive hugs, our brains, they're going to produce oxytocin. And I'm not going to dive into all the benefits of oxytocin. It's super cool in this training. But hugging is one way to create the production of this. So hugging can lower stress and feelings of fear, boost your immune health, lower that blood pressure, support your heart health, decreases depression, and increases your happiness. It can also increase feelings of empathy, bonding, trust, and fondness. So as we close out of this last section, extending you, I want to share with you an aha moment that Monica experienced while working the daily practice method. Holy cow, working this program has made everything click. This whole process makes complete sense. I've wanted weight loss and sisterhood, but today I found that this is so much more. This is about personal growth and not feeling guilty for putting my happiness first. Feeling like a brick has lifted off my shoulders. My confidence is growing. Things are clearer, and I can't get rid of this smile. I had no idea that was possible.
So I want to recap as we're coming toward the end, because whether you have tried and failed everything, tried and failed some things, or you are ready to level up your life and ready to make lasting change, the daily practice, everything we just touched on, that's the secret to get you to your 2.0 version. We are the only ones who teach this. And do you see how powerful this stuff is? It incorporates all the components you need to reach your 2.0 version. Like, why is not everyone doing this?
Yeah.
I am going to recap everything. Okay. Everything right now, building you. My question to you, and I want you to answer this, put it in the chat, or if you're in Facebook, drop it in there, write it on a piece of paper. Do you have the structure, the habits, the routines you need to get to the beach and to achieve your 2.0 version? Fueling you. Do you feel like a powerhouse with how you fuel your body? You can answer this on a scale of 1 to 10 or just a yes or no, because your answer is going to help you understand what it is you need to work on, whether it's on your own or working with us. And this is going to help you. Number 3, training you. Do you have the workouts, the equipment, a routine? Are you motivated and currently taking action? Really think about that question. Yes or no? And then extending you. Every day, are you having real conversations and are you connecting with the ones that you love? Are you up to 8 or 12 hugs a day? Every time I ask that question, I feel like just want to give a hug, right? One of the most common questions that Trina and I get all the time is like, hey, Tara and Trina, can you help with all of this? And the answer is yes. This is simple if you have a path. Now, I'm not going to take long today, and in just a minute, I'm going to give you a special invitation. Now, if you try to implement this today on your own, I'm going to suggest you implement one thing. One thing if you try and do this on your own. If you want to implement this plan with us, we want to help you do all 4 of these things over the next couple of months. And I'm going to show you this really quick. And I know some of you have seen this already. So then I'm going to get you going here is, wouldn't it be amazing if you felt confident, if you held your head up high, if you had that energy to keep up with your kids, to be a better leader, a better wife, a better lover, a better friend, to look in the mirror and not feel disgusted with yourself, but rather amazed, and going from feeling that kind of crappy to happy. So what would the next couple of months look like if you wanted to work with us and ensure those rapid results? And this is what we call our Power Mom VIP program, because within Power Mom VIP, you can expect to receive all the tools and the support you need to create the strength and confidence in yourself, and to do so feeling empowered and not loaded with mom guilt. You lose the weight and be proud when you look in the mirror. Love yourself, fuel your body, so you feel great and you don't have to count points or calories. Have a personal plan in place that is consistent as brushing your teeth, and be fully present with your kids, your partner, to build those deeper connections. Because most things out there focus on one thing. Maybe it's nutrition or mindset or personal trainer who counts the reps for you. You get the point, right? What we have done is we've put it all together for you in your own roadmap, the blueprint you need to get from where you are today to your 2.0 version using the daily practice. We have our own Power Mom VIP training center, your very own membership, both on desktop and mobile. It's going to house your missions, your mindset training, and tons more. Your nutrition protocol, all of the Power Mom 24 workouts done for you, packaged up, ready for you. Okay. Power Mom fuel products to get you results fast. And each level that you reach earns you a badge and a gift and graduates you to the next level. And with each step, you're going to be challenged. You'll raise yourself to new standards. We have our private Facebook community for VIP members only. And inside of there is where you'll meet other moms who are just like you, a community of moms who want you to succeed and who are there to support you, a place to build friendships and level up. This is such a special place, and maybe our favorite part of all of this. We have our coaching zone series, and this is a series of weekly bonus trainings done in the Facebook group, live on Zoom, will enhance and experience your growth. And then each week you get to track your progress and growth and find areas of opportunity with the weekly stats. And they help us coach you. They help us understand what is going on with you week in and week out. And this is priceless because we really get to understand any obstacles that you're facing. And oh, by the way, you get all of this, lifetime access to all of this, never goes away. So what do we do and how does it work? We get you going right away. We dive deep and get crystal clear on where you are today. And then next we coach you into setting up your weekly game plan. You see this common result that Rachel shares is the me time is the biggest factor. I feel that during that time, I'm experiencing personal growth and learning life lessons. I feel more confident in the past weeks, especially with my big aha moment. I threw away my old clothes and started making a whole new wardrobe. I feel more empowered and confident. What if you felt like this? Wouldn't it be amazing if you felt confident? You held your head up high. You could keep up with your kids. Be that better leader, wife, lover, friend. Look in the mirror and not feel disgusted, but rather amused. Go from feeling crappy to happy. This right there is worth the investment in yourself. So you get all of this, as I mentioned, and it's lifetime access. So I want to do right now is invite you to book a coaching session with us. And we're going to lay out the path and the plan for you. And whether you decide to join VIP or not, if it's a good fit, great. If it's not, either way, we're going to create the blueprint and the plan for you. The things that you can start doing immediately to impact your life. And the only thing here is that we ask you to book a call if you're serious and you really want lasting change and that long-term sustainability. I'm going to give you the booking link here in just a second. So put this in your browser, grab the first available spot where you can, 30 minutes uninterrupted time to design your personal plan. And remember, you get all of this, okay? The nutrition guide, the workouts, the fuel, the community, the coaching zone, the weekly stats. I want you right now, drop this in your browser, www.powermom.co/call. Really simple. It's on your screen. Take a screenshot or drop it right in there. www.powermom.co/call.
So as we wind down in the next couple of minutes, what about you? What is your story going to be? Because there are two options for you. First, take everything you've learned, and I would encourage you to do at least one thing on your own, or you can move fast with us and our team with our proven system and join us in Power Mom VIP. We don't let you go back to what you've always been doing, the fad diets, the quick fixes, and those programs that promise you the world with very little work. In Power Mom VIP, you'll create a life you love, and you'll become the success story that you've always wanted to have. Because within Power Mom, you'll be committed to taking the right action every day, every single day. So from this point, you'll move forward with a routine, a plan that gives you certainty, clarity, accountability, a connection to other moms. That community is huge, and a culture that supports you, develops you, challenges you, and raises your standards too. And as we close, I do want to share this with you. Earlier this year, I was sitting at my desk. I was intensely focused on work, and our son Tristan walked in. He touched my shoulder and he asked me to take him for a bike ride. Now, in that moment, I was tempted to say no and ask him for a rain check. But in my heart, I knew if I said no, that rain check would never happen. So instead of saying no, I said yes. I left my work and I had the most amazing time with him. The results, our memories of that day, because I said yes, will last a lifetime for us both. I acted because I knew in my heart it was the right time, the right thing to do. I've learned that those action takers reap the benefits and rewards from saying yes. So guess what? Now it is you who has the choice. You can either take a rain check, and that may or may not ever happen, or you can act and book your call right now. So go to powermom.co/call and book your call. We want to thank you for your time, and we are going to see you inside your call. We cannot wait to meet you and help move you forward. And we invite you to stay on here. We're going to be on here for a little bit if you have any questions. And thank you so much for joining us.